the work or school, first you have to go with the understanding that the work and the school, you are doing it for the sake of Allah. And the work of the school that you're going to, although it is not 100% in the way of Allah, you are doing it for the sake of Allah, and you're just going to get something that is halal from that, to continue in your life that is for the sake of Allah. That work and that school is temporary, is going to pass. Then you're going to enter into the workforce. They're teaching us in the West especially, your identity comes with your job, isn't it? You don't have a job, you don't have an identity. Meaning you have to put your heart there, you have to put your love there, you have to commit yourself. It has to be a career. It has to give you meaning and identity. That is not Islam. That is not Islamic way. It's a job. Don't turn it into a career. Then that time you'll be able to endure. Of course you're not going to be able to put 100% of, let alone tariqat, but what you learn from Islam into your work. You're working, so many, they're asking Shaykh Effendi too, they're saying, oh, I'm working and I'm sneaking off somewhere to pray. It's okay, but that time, understand that you are a slave to that job. Okay? And that you are taking time, you are stealing time now from your boss. Maybe that boss is a Muslim or a non-Muslim, but it doesn't allow you to pray. If you're stealing time to pray, where you're supposed to be working, you are going to be answerable for them. I'm saying if it's your lunch time, it's something else. But if you're saying, oh, time enter, I must pray to Allah now. But you're supposed to be working, but you're under the contract. You are not free. That one may have a right on you to say, I did not give him the time for this. He's supposed to be working for me. So how are you going to balance? This is how you're going to balance. That is work. That is school. That is not your life. Do what is necessary, nothing more. Then put your love and your heart into your life. And what is that life? To be a servant to Allah. Then you're going to run to find places where there are holy gatherings. Find places where there are holy circles, where zikr and sohbat is going on. You're going to put the love and your identity there. You're going to identify yourself with that first. Not with your job, but with that holy gathering. Then that time you'll find balance. Yes, you work, you're just going to work. It's just a job. You're not going to hurt too much because you don't put your heart there. Maybe it's going to take so much from you and you say, this is really impossible, it's hurting me. Then who says you have to stay in that job? If you have a choice, find something else. This is America, isn't it? If you don't have a choice, stay with it. Pray that Allah make it easy for you. If you have a choice, who is telling us now we have to stay in that work or we have to earn that much money? And if you are progressing, becoming a servant to Allah, then you start to understand, you know what? I don't have to work so much. I don't have to have so much money. I'm looking at the Sahaba Kiram as my role models, and they didn't work all day. They didn't have so much money. They only take what is necessary, and that gives them peace. And now they're building bridges to the Akhirat life. And they start to smell and experience that Akhirat life and that Jannat. Then that is the time you have real faith. So, be clear how to separate that. Then it will be okay, inshallah. Identify first with the holy gathering, not with your job. Your job, don't put your heart into it. Get it over and done with. That time, like I said, you are not a free man, you're a slave, you're on the clock. Outside of that, find time to sit in holy gathering, to understand Allah, to worship Him, inshallah.